WWE has produced some great pay-per-views over the years, and those names stuck, like the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, etc. On the other hand, they've created some pay-per-views where it makes you cringe every time you even say the name. With that, I give you the top 5 worst pay-per-view names in WWE history. Number 5, Bragging Rights. This pay-per-view was only held for 2 years in 2009 and 2010, and in my opinion was pretty lame both those times. I could see where WWE was trying to go with this kind of pay-per-view, but to be honest, it just felt like a Survivor Series ripoff because that's also the pay-per-view where you want to see which brand is superior. Maybe if they had this pay-per-view earlier in the year, it would have been a different story, but they literally had Bragging Rights and Survivor Series right next to each other. So it pretty much took away from what Survivor Series is known for. I can confidently say that I hope we don't see Bragging Rights as a pay-per-view ever again. Number 4, The Bash. The Bash pay-per-view only happened 1 year in 2009, and it doesn't sound like a pay-per-view name at all. Hey man, you going to the Bash? Nah, it just doesn't sound right to me. I think the pay-per-view itself was okay, but just the name is bad. Just bad. I didn't mind the Great American Bash name, but having it plain The Bash is just weird to me. The Great American Bash was one of WWE's big pay-per-views during the summer back in the day. They should have just kept the 2009 version named that as well, or just scrapped the whole Great American Bash name altogether, not make it a worse name. Number 3, Great Balls of Fire. Now, while this pay-per-view hasn't happened yet, man, it definitely deserves to be on this list. That is a Class A example of a cringeworthy pay-per-view name. Just terrible. As the weeks have gone by, I have adjusted to the name, but it is still very silly. You can't expect me to take it seriously when it's named that. Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar are set to do battle at this pay-per-view's inaugural event. I'm really looking forward to this match, and I think it could be really, really good. But as for the other matches on the card, it looks pretty lackluster. But at the end of the day, it all comes back to the pay-per-view name, and it's just bad. This deserves number 3 on the list. Number 2, Fatal 4-Way. Yeah, remember this? This was actually a pay-per-view for 1 year in 2010. They really couldn't think of a better name for a pay-per-view than Fatal 4-Way. See, I'm not a big fan of naming pay-per-views after match types like Money in the Bank, Hell in a Cell, TLC, and etc. But at least those types of matches are always interesting and innovating. Fatal 4-Way? No way in hell. I'm super glad that it only happened for 1 year, and I'm really hoping it never makes a return. How am I supposed to be hyped for a pay-per-view called Fatal 4-Way? Number 1, no doubt, Capital Punishment. Like a couple others on this list, this pay-per-view only happened 1 year in 2011, where it was taking place in Washington, D.C., obviously. The match card was horrible as it saw R-Truth in the main event for the WWE title against John Cena. Do I even need to say more than that? Just the name is so corny, and I really can't believe that WWE actually followed through with a pay-per-view name that. I might have to go back and watch the other matches on the card, but this name is so bad it takes the number 1 spot on the list for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. What are some other bad names that I left out? Tell me down below. If you enjoyed the video, remember to give it a thumbs up, comment, and always subscribe if you're new to the channel. All my social media links will be down in the description box below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.